Bruh.
Texas weather, okay? 75 2 days ago. All of a sudden it's 37. So there's a lot of reasons my voice is so loud. You know, I've noticed that in this little apartment, it's just, ugh. Anyway, I think that people should know certain things before going into nursing school. Do I think nursing is for everyone? Absolutely not. However, there's a lot of positive things about being a nurse. There's a lot of negative things about being a nurse. And before you go into nursing school, which is technically like a, how do I describe nursing? I should make a whole video on that. It'd be a series. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Why am I, ooh, there's, my face is bright now. There's 0%, literally 0% that I regret going into nursing. But I have to just tell you like a snippet of my testimony. I know some people have parents that are like, oh, you really need to do nursing school because it will, you know, open doors.
Open doors.
It'll let you do certain things. Anyway, yeah. Pressure. Should parents pressure their kids to do nursing school? No, you know, but well, whenever I went to nursing school, there were certain things that I wish somebody would have come and told me. Be like, bro, listen, let me give you some nuggets of wisdom because you need them. Throw that out there because I didn't really have anyone that could told me. See? I need to go back to school. I don't even know grammar. What I'm gonna get into in this video is five things someone should have told me before I went to nursing school. Number 1, nursing is service. Okay? That's what nursing is. You serve people. The whole point of nursing. I cannot tell you the amount of people that don't get this concept. Love others, care, compassion. So imagine people who go in not even having compassion because they want the money or they want the opportunity. You imagine those people? Those are gonna be the worst nurses on the face of the planet because they started off wrong. I mean, the people who start out right, wanting to care for others, compassion for others and stuff, and then they turn real sour, some of those people become the worst nurses. You imagine? Never forget that. Service. What do I mean by that? You're gonna be taking care of some of the worst, rude people, okay? Nice people. Every race, every age, drug addicts, smokers, terrible diet, terrible habits, terrible hygiene, people who poop all over the place, who slap you and wanna tear your head apart, people who hate you and want to rip your organs apart. Doesn't matter how nice you are, they are going to hate you for the rest of your life just because you're trying to care for them. You know, it makes sense, right? But these are the people that we are supposed to take care of. We went to school for. I don't care what the dip you say. Nursing is service, okay? Clean them 6 times in a row. That unquenchable love is gonna be tested. We are servants. You know what the Bible says? Make me a servant. Humble and meek. Listen, Lord, let me lift up those who are weak. That song is for nurse. That's a nursing song. Care. That's why it's called health care. If you don't have that type of love, what the dip are you doing in nursing? Get out. I mean, really, it goes for life, but I'm talking about occupations at this point. Anyway, that's a pet peeve of mine that I can go deeper into another video, but that's the first thing people should know about nursing. The second thing that you should know before going and deciding that
you're gonna be a nurse.
Let me just stop right here and say, I love nurses, okay? I'm a nurse. I love nursing. Great. But we have to realize something. Nurses will never be, I'm gonna get some people upset, but it's the truth. Nurses will never be doctors. Did I say that? Oh, yes, because it's true. If you have an attitude, you're wanting to be at the top and in control of everything, recognized, nursing is probably not for you. They're the most unthanked, unrecognized individuals on the face of the planet. Nursing. Yes, for the things that we go through and the people we have to care for. So what does that have to do with not being doctors? What I mean is, some people that I work with should have probably been doctors. A doctor does certain things and a nurse does certain things. A nurse doesn't do what doctors do, and doctors don't do what nurses do. So this is a two-way street here. Some nurses think that they can be a better doctor than the doctor. Let me tell you something. Really? Then go to med school. Yeah, I just said that. You shouldn't have been a nurse. If you want to be a doctor, be a doctor. If you want to be a nurse, be a nurse. And then when you become an expert in your field, don't come comparing your field with somebody else's field. I see a bunch of doctors doing that with nurses, and I see a bunch of nurses do that with doctors. You want to be mature? Stay out of the conversation. Apples and bananas. Well, which one's better? Well, It changes for everybody. What's better for me and better for you in terms of occupation. If I think it's better for me, then I should do nursing, which I did because it's definitely better for me. I would hate my life as a doctor. I would hate my life. Can I say it again? Sounds terrible. Miserable. Whew. But, you know, I have a best friend who's going to medical school. Works for him, you know, he loves it. God bless his soul. That's his thing. Shout out to Jameen. Hey. So before you go into nursing school, assess whether you're going in to become a nurse or you're going in to get a degree in nursing and then hating the rest of your life because you really should have been a doctor and you're ruining it for everybody. Here's another thing. Nursing compensation is progressive. There are nurses out there that have many years of experience and they're stinking getting 6 figures. Kid you not. When you start off, you're gonna start off at the lower end of the totem pole. I started at a very low paying place, hospital. You know, you work yourself up and then you finally get to a place where you're more comfortable with. But it doesn't pay a lot of money. Sadly, I have friends that think I'm rich. I think it's funny. I just stay quiet, like, yeah. And then they see me drive a 2013 Honda Civic. What is rich about that? Nothing. You should know before going into nursing school is that the pay is gonna start out very low and then it's gonna increase later on and then it's gonna go into actual good pay where you're like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can buy myself a watch now. Maybe some glasses, cell phone, maybe a new charger. It's progressive. That's something that you should know before going into nursing school. You're not gonna come out making the big bucks, okay? Unless you're lucky because sometimes it does happen, but it's rare. Okay, something else that you should know. Nursing is flooded with negativity. And I'm just gonna be honest right here. I love nurses, but especially depending on the hospital that you're at, usually the larger city hospitals, major hospitals, huge hospitals, when you don't have that tight-knit family, there is a lot of negativity. It's safe to say that in nursing, positivity is scarce, gossip is plentiful. Oh my goodness. You say something on one side of the unit over here, and they know the whole story on the other side of the unit before you can even say, hey, grab me another 100 of fentanyl from the Omnicell. So fast how gossip goes, and it's complaining. Nurses are #1 about complaining. They complain like dip. Can we just accept that? Nurses are not grateful. So just be aware, you're not gonna find a lot of positivity, but it's a great working ground for you to stand out as being the positive one. To be the light of positivity, to be the one person that changes a unit into a more positive place. Okay, I've been a little bit negative on nursing. Don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say. It's just that I feel like people should know these things before they decide going into nursing. There's a lot of positive things. Dude, I'm serious. There's so much positive going into nursing. And I cannot tell you how thankful I am that I'm a nurse and how grateful I am that I chose this career. It's made me a better person, to be honest. The last thing, here's a really positive thing, is that it seriously, kid you not, opens doors for anything. It is so awesome. I think of other careers that you start something and it's just like this one-way street. And then once you get there, you're like, well, if you hated it, sucks for you. This is your degree. You're gonna have to go all the way back, do this, that, and the other. With nursing, you don't necessarily have that because there are so many advanced practice, things you can specialize in, things that don't have nothing to do with nursing. I like film, I like photography, I like graphic design. My experience with nursing has opened doors for me to get jobs in that area of film. You don't even know. It is so cool how nursing can open doors for these places, you know, for these different kinds of things that we can be passionate about. So if you're someone who loves the healthcare field but doesn't necessarily want to be on the bedside, that's fine. Get your experience, you graduate, you go to the bedside. From there, you can jump into something else. Don't feel like you're limited to the bedside. That's not a thing. No, don't believe that lie. That's not it. I think that's a very good positive thing. Love it because of that. And I think that you would too. Now, there's probably a ton of other things that I didn't think about that people should probably consider before going into nursing school. If you're a nurse and you're watching this, would you do me a favor and help out the other people who are kind of struggling and, are thinking about doing nursing and they're not sure? What things do you think they should consider before going into nursing and making that big decision? So if you think of something, comment below and I'll be reading those too. Now, this is a young channel, so make sure and subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notifications for all my new videos, and you can also follow me on Instagram and Spotify.